Jesse LeRoy Brown, Black Aviator, born 1926, died 1950. Jesse LeRoy Brown was the first African American to complete flight training in the U.S. Navy and was also the first African American naval officer killed in the Korean War. Born October 13, 1926, in Hattiesburg, Mississippi, he was one of 6 children. His father, John Brown, was a sharecropper, and his mother, Alice, was a teacher. In high school, Jesse Brown was a 3-sport athlete. He graduated from Hattiesburg's racially segregated Eureka High School, where he was the salutatorian in 1944. He studied engineering at Ohio State University and supported himself by working off-campus as a janitor and boxcar loader. Jesse Brown had dreamed of becoming an aviator since his father took him to an air show when he was a child. In 1946, he left school and enlisted in the Naval Reserve and was admitted to the Naval Aviation Program. After flight training in Illinois, Iowa, and Florida, where he repeatedly encountered racism, Brown was one of 6 out of 100 who had started the program to earn the Wings of Gold on October 28, 1948. During training, he secretly married his high school sweetheart, Daisy Pearl Nix, with whom he had a daughter. He received his commission on April 26, 1949. Brown was initially posted to the Atlantic Fleet and assigned to Fighter Squadron VF-32, flying off the carrier USS Wright. With the outbreak of war in Korea in 1950, Brown's squadron was transferred to the Pacific Fleet and the aircraft carrier USS Leet. By late 1950, Brown was a squadron section leader and had participated in a number of actions supporting United Nations ground troops. On December 4, 1950, on a mission toward the Chosin Reservoir, Chinese anti-aircraft fire ruptured Brown's F-4U Corsair's fuel line and forced him to crash land in a snowy mountain pasture. Brown's best friend and wingman, Lieutenant Thomas L. Huttner, Jr., knowing he could be court-martialed, disobeyed orders to continue the mission and instead risked his life and crash-landed his plane near Brown's. Unfortunately, Brown was seriously injured and trapped in the cockpit. Huttner was unable to free him, and he died. Afterwards, Huttner was evacuated by helicopter, but it deemed too dangerous to retrieve Brown's body. The Navy also feared that the Corsair could come into enemy hands. Therefore, a warrior's funeral was ordered. The entire crash site was incinerated with napalm. Brown, who had been lionized by the black press since becoming a Navy pilot in 1948, was posthumously awarded the Air Medal, Distinguished Flying Cross, and the Purple Heart. On April 13, 1951, President Harry S. Truman hosted a ceremony at the White House attended by Brown's family as well as Lieutenant Huttner. Huttner recounted that the aviator's last words were, quote, "Just tell Daisy how much I love her," unquote. Brown was survived by his wife Daisy and their daughter Pamela Elise Brown. In 1973, 23 years after his death, the frigate USS Jesse L. Brown was christened in his honor. On November 23, 2022, Columbia Pictures will release a biopic, Devotion, based on Brown's life. Citations are in the description.